What up, everybody? Blaze One Sports. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody who's drinking today. Drink responsibly. If you're going out and you're drinking, call an Uber. Don't drink and drive. Or better yet, just stay home and drink and don't drive. So happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I'm having a cerveza myself. Don't normally drink, but it's, Cinco de Mayo, whatever. We're going to drink a little bit. So if you guys haven't heard, breaking news. Yesterday, a video was leaked. Not a video of Dana White was having a press conference, and in the background, as you see on the screen there, the War Room, they accidentally or on purposely leaked the fight for UFC 276 in Las Vegas on Saturday, July 2nd. The card was up, and you guys know no one was supposed to see it, but it leaked out. The main event, Adesanya versus Cannonier, with the co-main event. The reason why we're making this video, Khazmat, Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. Now, to me, it could be an exciting fight, but most likely what's going to happen is Khazmat's just going to wrestle hump Nate Diaz for 3 rounds, because I guess it's not going to be a 5-round fight, which would be better and be in Nate Diaz's favor, because Nate Diaz could weather the storm for 5 rounds and get the win, like he almost did against Leon Edwards in his last fight. He lost the fight, but in the last seconds of the fight, he almost knocked out Leon Edwards, and by public opinion, he won the fight. Nate Diaz, this is one of those fighters where he never evolved. Him and his brother kept the same fighting style, and they never evolved. I always thought they're my favorite fighters in the UFC. It's the Diaz brothers, Brock Lesnar, and Dan Henderson, my favorite fighters. So I've always been a fan of the Diaz brothers since they've been around. But they've never evolved their game. They're badass in jiu-jitsu. They're trained by the Gracies. They're really good on the floor, but they always get overpowered by wrestlers. Like Nate Diaz got manhandled by Rory McDonald back in the day. I always thought the Diaz brothers were too weak. Like they don't have enough muscle mass, enough muscle. So they needed to stay in the lightweight division where they're bigger than everybody else for the most part. And muscle doesn't really play a factor. If you see how Nate Diaz smashed Sean's shirt. But, or Nick Diaz, my bad. But, the Diaz brothers, or we're talking about Nate here. Nate doesn't really have a lot of muscle and any knockout power, really. But he's a good technician, good on the floor. And it seems like when they fight the bigger people, Nate Diaz gets out-muscled, bullied around because he's too small. Khazmat Chimaev would probably bully Nate Diaz around. He's bigger, stronger. It would probably be a bad fight for Nate Diaz. As a Diaz fan, we don't want to see Nate Diaz take this fight because it's, once again, Dana White. It's Nate Diaz's last fight on his contract. Dana White tries to send everybody else out on a loss to lower their value, like the crooked promoter he is. Nate Diaz, there's so many better fights he can have. And plus, Nate Diaz shouldn't be anywhere near a title shot, and Khazmat should be getting a title shot. So Khazmat wants the easy money. In my opinion, Khazmat would just wrestle him down for 3 to 5 rounds, and that will be it. He'll just wrestle every round. Nate will get a couple shots off, and that'll be it. Nate will lose to decision. I don't think Khazmat will finish Nate Diaz, but he obviously has the power to, and the skill to. Nate Diaz is 37 years old, and he's got 20 wins, 13 losses. His last 2 fights, he lost to Leon Edwards and Jorge Masvidal. But like I said, he weathered the storm against Leon and almost knocked him out in the last seconds of the fight. Before that, he beat Pettis, then he lost to McGregor. Then he beat McGregor, beat Michael Johnson. So Nate Diaz is on a 2-fight losing streak. And his last fight was last year against Leon Edwards. He lost a unanimous decision, went to 5 rounds. It's hard to finish the Diaz brothers. So Nate Diaz, 37 years old. And like I said, the Diaz brothers, or Nate Diaz, never really evolved. He kept the same fighting style, the move forward, the jabbing, the punching, the boxing, and the jiu-jitsu. But they never really incorporated anything else into his game, or both of their games. And I think they would have been better off if they would have gained muscle, especially moving up to welterweight. They're just too weak, in my honest opinion. They're my favorite fighters, but they're just too weak. Like they're not strong enough to compete. That's why you see Rory McDonald and these other bigger wrestlers manhandle him. So Nate Diaz versus Khazmat, I don't want to see that fight because I think Khazmat will smash Nate. Nate could probably hang in there for 5 rounds, but he's going to get beat up. Every time Khazmat will take him down, he might be able to pull guard or something, but Khazmat's just a stronger fighter, and I've seen Nate Diaz fight stronger wrestlers before. So me, I want to see Nate Diaz. If this is his last fight, just give him a lower ranked opponent. Like Nate Diaz obviously isn't going to get a title shot. Even if he wins, it's his last fight, right? He wants to leave. So give him anybody. Who cares? Whether Nate wins or loses, he's still going to be a draw. He could go out there and get smashed by Chimaev. Dana could let him go. He'll instantly make millions of dollars fighting Jake Paul or going to Bellator, going anywhere. Nate Diaz is one of the hottest. The Diaz brothers are the hottest commodity in MMA. The Diaz brothers and Conor McGregor. So no matter what happens, Diaz gets smashed, he's still going to be a hot ticket. And I think win or lose, he's got that probably a couple $100 million fight or whatever, $1 million fight coming up against Jake Paul because they've been talking. Khazmat's 28. He's like 10 years younger than Nate. 6'2", 170. And he's on a fight winning streak. He's undefeated, 11-0. Gilbert Burns was his last fight. He went a unanimous decision, 5 rounds. Some people are saying that he failed the Gilbert Burns test, even though he won. But we'll have to wait and see. If Khazmat gets this win, then it's a title shot. If Nate gets this win, then he becomes a free agent, win or lose, and he's going to go fight Jake Paul most likely for the big money. So what do you guys think? Khazmat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. I think it's a bad fight. I don't want to see it, but if it happens, if this is the card, I'm going to watch it. But Nate should be fighting someone lower ranked like him. I don't want to see Khazmat smash him. But like I said, win or lose, Nate Diaz is about to go get a bag. He's going to be a free agent. And if the UFC doesn't pull some kind of trickery to keep him, he's going to go, and my guess is Nate Diaz is going to fight Jake Paul next for some big money. And everybody will want to watch it because Nate Diaz is one of the biggest names in the UFC and MMA today. It's Conor McGregor and the Diaz brothers. That's all people care about. So what do you guys think? You guys want to watch this fight? You guys going to order this card? If this card goes through, do you want to see Nate Diaz fight Khazmat, or do you want to see Nate Diaz fight somebody else? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think Nate Diaz will become a free agent and fight Jake Paul next? That's what I'm guessing. Win or lose. So let me know in the comment section. Thoughts, comments, questions, opinions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Blaze One Sports. Khazmat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz leaked for Saturday, July 2nd, UFC 276 in Las Vegas. Let's go, baby.